Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuning into the very best. It's yours truly, Jazzy Fizzle, Fizzle, Fizzle. And this is Instinct Radio, man. Tune in, baby. Oh, boy.
Say what's happening. This your boy, Shout Lo. Right now, you're on Instinct Radio. Let's get it. Shout it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Who is
that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
You really want to know who's on the radio? Come on. Let's talk about it.
Jeffrey.
Let's talk about it live with Jeffrey L. Miller. Watching is the best decision you'll ever make. Saturdays from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern. Call or text in live. 478-569-6474. Hashtag Let's Talk with Jeffrey. Check us out on www.instinctradio.net or download the Instinct Radio app in your Apple or your Google Play Store.
Let's give them something to talk about.
It's almost showtime, people. Let's tune in to see what Jeffrey has in store for us tonight. And here's your host, Jeffrey L. Miller.
All right. We are back. What's up, Facebook Live? What's up, Instinct Radio? We are back. And now we are talking about the fit life. But here's the catch. We're talking about the fit life in your 40s. I am joined by people who are in their 40s and killing y'all 20-year-olds out there, just absolutely killing the game. They are transforming the fitness industry. 478-569-6474. Naomi decided to stay on with us.
I did.
All right, good deal. And we have our guest with us, Akita.
How you doing?
All right, glad to have you. And Kevin.
How you doing?
All right, now I want to let y'all know something. Last year this time, I could have been on this fit panel too. Don't get it twisted. But as for right now, I got a 4-pack going on. Strong 4-pack. All right, so what we're going to do really is we're going to talk about the fitness journey, what started their journey, how they sustained their journey. But before we do that, I got some email drama.
Uh-oh.
I want to put this topic out. I want to get y'all input on this inbox drama. And then we'll get into the good stuff. All right, it's real easy. I dated a guy for about 2 years. I thought we would get married. So I co-signed on a car loan with him. His credit was decent, but my credit lowered the down payment, or the monthly payment and the down payment. We broke up. And a few months ago, he told me that he does not want the car. I don't want my credit to go bad. What should I do? All right, now, Naomi, since you're sitting right across from me, what should this young lady do?
Well, since you're already there. I don't know. Either you pay it off and you sell it, get a little bit of your money back.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the only thing I could think of. Because if you get it, you lose the money, your credit goes bad. So you might as well, if you can, take it back, pay it off, try to sell it.
Okay.
You know.
All right, Kevin, what do you think?
First, she shouldn't have signed.
Yeah, no.
But I would say that she needs to retrieve that car, and then she needs to try to get the payments down, try to refinance it and sell it. Because like Naomi said, what she doesn't want to do is leave it open.
Yes.
Because it could destroy her credit.
Mm-hmm.
And car credit is very good credit, actually.
Okay, good deal. All right, Akita, what do you think?
Well, that problem is actually pretty dear to my heart because I hear it quite often. And unfortunately for her, she is stuck with that car.
Yes.
And like they said, the best thing she's going to need to do is sell it, pay it off, try to refinance it, maybe get the costs lower and get rid of it. You know, she's unfortunately stuck with someone else's problem, but now it's her problem. And, you know, I hear it all the time, and I feel for her. I'm sorry, girl.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry.
Now, ladies, I'm going to give it to y'all like this. Listen, you said that he could have gotten the car on his own.
Right.
That was the first thing right there, the first indicator that he really didn't need you at that point. I believe that you probably offered, well, let me see if I can help because you thought you were going to get married. Ladies, don't give a man wife treatment if he is not your husband.
There you go.
You don't co-sign on a car loan. But now I'm not going to fuss at you for that because you've already done it. So here's my recommendation to you. First of all, have a serious conversation with him and an attorney. Get you an attorney involved and have that attorney talk to him and threaten to sue him. Now, because you're done. You can't get out of the only alternative at this point is to do a strong arm, if I can say it like that. Get an attorney involved, see what type of rights that you have, because the finance company just wants their money one way or the other.
Me too.
That's the bottom line of it. Now, I'll say this to you. This is going to be a bitter pill. Swallow it. If you're serious about your credit, you're going to have to swallow this pill, but you are going to have to face it. Now, don't go and be nice, because now it's business. This is business. Last thing. Ladies, again, stop glorifying boyfriend status. Signing for a car is serious. You don't do that type of stuff. Not with a boyfriend. Save something for your husband. Goodness. Now, I need a new car. What's your phone number? All right, here we go.
I need one too.
Yes. Since you're giving out car, everybody, you get a car.
You get a car.
You get a car. Yes. All right, so here we go. We're going to talk about this fit life, living the fit life in your 40s. I want to start with Akita. And Akita, what I want to know, I want you to tell us how your fitness journey started.
Well, for me, I've always thought about fitness like everyone else, just thought I couldn't do it. I just saw that as someone else, always looking from the outside. And I was a single mother, so she was my life.
Okay.
I got married, then he was my life. My daughter went off to college. I got a divorce. I said, it is time for me. And I want to do something in this lifetime to change my life. It's something I've always wanted to do and never had the time to do because we're nurturers. We want to think about everyone else and put them forward, and we forget about ourselves sometimes. So it was my time.
Understood.
So I moved. I had a little dog, and he's my heart. It's my son. And I used to complain all the time about the things I wanted. And, people that have pets, we're a little crazy. And so I would complain apparently to this dog all the time.
What did the dog say?
Oh.
Well, let me tell you. So I would take him on a walk in the morning, and I was always complaining, look at their fit bodies, look what they're doing. God, I wish I looked like that. And he'd walk with me, and I'd come in the house. And then one day I went to take him for a walk. He started sprinting. And he is a little Yorkie and was dragging me down the street.
Wow.
He was fed up. He didn't want to hear it anymore. He's like, we're going to start today. And I remember that day, and I love that dog. I just had to say goodbye to him. I've had him for 17 years.
Sorry to hear that.
But, oh, man, he was so special. And he's heard a lot of my complaints. I said I had him 17 years.
Yes. Wow.
So he dragged me down that street, and I said, I'm done. If my dog can notice that I'm complaining too much, I need to stop complaining and make it happen. Believe in myself, make a plan, and just start. I think that's what holds us back is we just don't know when to start. We're afraid to just start.
Understood.
And so that's what I did. I started, and that was 2012 and 2017. And
all right.
And it's my life, that at that time was just something I was looking into, and it is my life. And that's something else that I want to mention is you have to make it your life.
Got it.
You really do.
Got it.
You really do.
Thank you. Kevin, how did yours start?
Mine's a little more drastic.
Okay.
Akita?
Yes.
Like Akita, I was 41, teaching high school, and I was a track coach. So what I decided was I didn't want to be the fat track coach. I wanted to be the finest track coach in Gwinnett. So I reached over to tie my shoe one day, and it hurt because I had a gut.
Wow.
So I was like, whoa. So my kids on my track team used to tease me like, Coach, you need to lose weight, blah, blah, blah. So one day I was just like, you know what, I'm going to lose weight. Well, I did. I went on a drastic diet, though. went on a 500 calorie per day diet.
Wow.
I
Wow.
lost 20 pounds in 30 days.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that was, but it was not as healthy.
Yes.
As she'll tell you. And then I had some turmoil. One of my kids passed away in a prom night accident.
Wow.
So it
Oh
kind
my
of really
gosh.
affected me.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to take a year off from teaching. So when I took a year off from teaching, I started training.
Mhm.
I was like, I'm going to be a personal trainer. But I still was lukewarm about it.
Yes.
Like Akita said, you have to live the life.
Mm-hmm.
So a year later, my fraternity brother called me. He was like, hey, I want you to think about competing. I was like, bodybuilding is not something I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like, well, I'll help you do it. And I was like, will I get more clients? He was like, yeah, you'll get clients just from your transformation. Fast forward to 2017, I'm on the bodybuilding team. I've won numerous trophies.
Okay.
And like she said, it's a lifestyle. It's not like, for me, it's truly my life. It's more, working out to me is more of a spiritual thing.
Yes.
Because when I go to the gym, I can cleanse all my soul in those weights.
Okay.
And that's basically how I do it every day. Most people say, well, how do you do it every day? It's just like praying to God. It's like breathing.
Got it.
Now.
Got it. Okay, understood. Well, we are going to welcome our third guest. We are being joined by Miss Pilar Newsom Jones. Go ahead and grab that microphone.
How are you? Hi.
Glad you could be here. No worries. We appreciate you coming out.
Thank you.
Now, of course, we're talking about the fit life in your 40s. And question one is, how did your fitness journey start?
Well, I have two women here, so I'm glad. I walked past the mirror one day at 38, and I was like, okay, what happened? Where did all this come from, and how did I not see it forming? You know, and I realized that I did not want to spend the rest of my life hiding certain things when I can fix it, because I felt like I had 40 more years to go. You know? I didn't want to be wearing skirts down to my ankles and all these other things, and I wanted to fix it so I can enjoy some things, and that's what I look at 40 as our halftime.
Okay, good deal.
You know, what do you do at halftime, Jeffrey? You go in the locker room
And you regroup.
sit and you think about everything beforehand. You apply it to the second half,
Absolutely.
so that you can enjoy it. So that's how it started.
Perfect. Now look at here, y'all 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds out there. I want you to understand that it's never too late. It's never too late. But next question, I'm not going to go down that road just yet. We'll get to that road, but not just yet. Okay, so next question. How do you survive the casual gym person who's just trying to socialize? You know, you're over there and you're working out. You're serious about it, but they want to kind of holler. They want to mess up your gym time. How do you handle that? Let's start with Kevin. How do you handle the casual gym person coming in trying to socialize?
Well, number one, I always wear a hat over my eyes, and I always wear earbuds. So when I go into the gym, I'm so focused on what I'm trying to get accomplished that day that because I'll see people from Facebook, and what they like to do is, can you show me how? Nah. So I try to avoid them. Like, I see them before they see me.
Yes.
So I move around, and I kind of stay out of harm's way.
Okay.
So for me, the gym is not social hour. The gym is work. I mean, it's when you go to, because like I said, I'm on the team. So I'm on the team with 20 and 30-year-olds.
Okay.
So to me, I gotta be up to par.
Understood.
So it's, and as Akita will tell you, when those lights come on the stage, whatever you have not been working on,
Yes.
it's highlighted.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Understood.
That cookie. Oh, yeah. It's right there.
Gotcha. Pilar, what about you? How do you handle that person trying to socialize while you are working out?
You know, we can get that facial expression that detour a whole lot of things. Then that one that wants to interact, I make sure I kick their butts, Jeffrey. I make sure I hem the business, and I know they're not going to come back after that minute, whether it's man, woman, or whatever. I try to kill them. in 5 minutes, and then they're running out, they're wheezing, they're hurting, and everything's done because you have to let them know you're serious, you know, and
Yes.
all that playfulness and everything in the gym. We're all in there for the same reason, and it's because we're fixing something, and sometimes you have to be firm. And yes, that's me. It's either that look or you want to come on, step on over here, come on over here.
Okay.
And they usually walk on off, and they'll speak when I come in again, and they don't say anything else to me. So.
All right. Good deal. Good deal. Lakita.
I have a little bit of a different perspective on that. When people approach me when I'm in the gym, I kind of use that as a moment of inspiration, because I feel like we are bouncing off of each other, and maybe there was something I need to learn from that person. And so it may be that they're in pain, or it may be that they're just trying to, you know, find out how it is you look the way you look. And it may be on a superficial level, but maybe on a deeper level. And I will actually take that time to find out what they're, you know, curious about.
Okay.
Now, when they're there trying to waste your time, like Pilar said, then you got to work that butt.
Oh, got it. Got it. Understood.
And also, like Kevin said, I mean, if you come in, we're pretty serious. So they can tell before they step up who they're messing with when they come and approach us. So I'm pretty sure, like the most of them, we don't get approached a lot when we're in the gym.
No,
Okay.
No.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, I know that, of course, you're working out, and the actual effort is part of the thing. But what about diet? Tell me about the importance of diet in your regimen. Pilar, let's start with you this time.
Oh, this is the part that really, you know, my method is I do right during the week, Jeffrey. I eat clean. I say if I give myself
Oh, yeah.
4.5
Thank you, brother.
days,
Okay.
really,
Yeah.
that's how you gonna do it.
Man, the hot
They
sign
were
was
all
on.
hot sign.
The hot sign was on when I got
Every
here.
Saturday.
Would anybody like a donut?
No,
Thank you.
You sure?
we both got shows.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Evil too.
Okay. I just want to know. I'm
As
sorry. Go
far
ahead.
as my clients and the lifestyle that I have, I treat it like a job during the week. You know, Monday through Friday, I eat clean, I exercise and everything, and I'm being honest, on the weekend, I go hard in the paint. I have things that I want because it's all about balance. Because the weight gain and everything else is you're taking in more calories than you're burning off. That's really what weight gain is. So to me, if you sit back, you should reward yourself on the weekends. But during the
Absolutely.
week, be stern. Treat it like a job because it's your health. You
Yes.
understand what I'm saying? And my brother and I, you know, we let your health represent your wealth and not material things. So we treat it like a job, and that's how. I don't think you should give up your guilty
Right.
pleasures forever.
Yes.
Just have it in moderation.
Understood. Kevin, what do you think?
Diet is, man, the diet tells a story. A lot of people feel, well, if I work out, I kind of want to eat what I want to eat. No, especially, and this panel will tell you, when you are 40, you can eat nothing because
45 on Thursday.
yeah,
All right.
46 here. Yeah. So
Wait,
it's
44,
46.
45? Okay. Good deal.
So it's and then and I keep bouncing off Nikita because she competes. So a competition diet and a regular diet is two totally different things. And it's just like training and working out.
What's the difference
All right, working out is
with the competition diet and the
competition
training
diet is everything is measured. So it's like a science. My coach will say, he'll send me a meal plan. It'll say, eat 8 stalks of asparagus, eat 7. So yeah, it's like 3 ounces of rice.
3 ounces of
Yeah.
rice.
Scale out.
Yeah,
Scale.
you're measuring everything. So everything is calculated because, like I said before, when it's time to compete, your body has to be at 100%.
Wow.
It can't be at 80. It can't be at. You can't be looking like you're still 10 weeks out. You need to be like that bone,
ready.
like the skin needs to be as tight to that muscle as possible. And the only way that's going to happen, you have to be strict with the diet. I mean, and it has to be a part of your life. Like she'll tell you, a lot of people will say, okay, I can do it, you know, but it's just the working out part. The working out part for us is easy. I mean, that if I could work out every day and eat what I want to eat, that's like heaven on earth.
Mm-hmm.
But since competing at the age of 43, for the last 3 years, my diet, it's like pretty much there really isn't no off season, because what you don't want to do is eat so bad that you have to start over.
Got it.
I mean, it's like a relationship, getting to know a woman.
Okay.
If I'm in a relationship with a woman, why would I throw it all away to cheat on her, and then I have to reintroduce myself to her?
Got it.
That's the same thing you're doing to your body.
Understood. Understood.
Like I'll let them go, but my thing is, you have to treat your body like the main girl, not like the side chick.
Okay. I get it. Akita, the way we're gonna transition to Akita now. 'Cause, can't say it no other way. Akita, what do you think?
Well, I'm the main girl.
Yes, yes.
No, I totally agree. And everyone's heard it. Your diet is 80% of the workout, so we know that. It's just, putting that into practice. But we know that that's a huge part of it. And like Kevin said, competing versus, dieting or your health is very different. And my background is in nursing. I've been in the medical field for over 16 years. And so when I talk to someone about their health and their diet and their food, the first thing I tell people is you need to think of yourself as an individual. So this diet that worked for your homegirl or your friend over here, that's not going to work for you. You have to find what's right for your body, what your allergies are, what your issues are with food. Everyone's different, and you are an individual. So once you start there, once you figure out, okay, what works for me, I don't lose weight on this. I gain weight if I eat that. My girlfriend can eat, steak all day. I eat steak, I'm dying. Everyone's different. So you have to first figure out what works for you. And I think most people already know. They just call it something else. But they already know, I can't eat that. I can't do too much of that. They know. Write down a food diary of what you eat and what happens to your body. And then your body talks to you. Yes, ma'am. And then decide, okay, this is what I can eat. This is my goal I want to set for myself. And that's where you move forward in your food. You have to think about it as a part of your life. It's not a game.
Okay.
This is your life. This is about you. You're the main chick. So you have to make sure that you're feeding you what you need, not what Tiffany needs or Erica needs. It's what you need. So that's how I view food. And once I figured that out for me, it changed my life.
Understood. Naomi, you have questions for the panel?
Oh, where do I need to start?
That's a good question.
I mean, yeah. What can I eat. And this week I went shopping. Proud of myself. Now that because wheatgrass and everything. Like I really did it up this week. So this doesn't keep me, because otherwise I'd be feeling really guilty right now. But workout is hard for me. Working out. I have 3 boys. I have just a million things on my plate, and so by the time I get home, half the time it's like I have a 24-hour gym. I can work out. There's no excuse, but I'm like, oh, I'm tired. So I said, okay, how about I'll just eat healthy. That'll help some. But then I'm like, I really want to work out. So how do you? It's the start that's the issue. That starting. How do you begin? Or how do you get yourself to?
Anybody.
What I would say to that, I think one of the biggest reasons people don't start is fear. And I think, we're afraid of. First, let me start with we live in the age of social media, entertainment, where everything is in our face. We're constantly comparing ourselves to every and anybody. We know that stuff is photoshopped and, touched up and makeup here and all that. But when we go home and we talk to ourselves, we forget that we know that's photoshopped, and we start believing the hype, and we down talk ourselves into not starting. We're afraid of failing. We're afraid of what if I can't do it? Doesn't matter. None of that matters. It's not important. You can start and fail 25 times. It doesn't matter.
You learn something each time.
You learn something every single time. And when you figure out that it's fear that's stopping you and it's you stopping you, that'll change. It'll stop. So figure out your fear and say no to it. No more. I'm done.
Pilar, what would you say?
For me, knowledge is key. Let me start. As far as exercise, you have to give yourself, I told my daughter, and I have my babies in their 20s, give yourself 2 weeks of no excuses. I don't care if you don't feel like it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Get in there 5 days. Say 5 days a week, I'm going to do this, and I'm not going to, I don't care how tired I am or this or that. You have to create habit, and you have to want to create habit. Pretty soon when you do that, you'll start to feel guilty about not doing it, right? Because your body will crave it, right? You know what I mean? Right. So if I was to say, I would say give yourself 2 weeks of no excuses. Okay. Say 5 days. I'm gonna get in here. That third week, you're gonna, you're gonna want it. Okay. You're gonna want it. And knowledge is the key. When you start picking up as far as diet and all that, and learning how to do stuff, it'll become easier for you. And even with your eating habits, when you learn what certain things do to your body, it'll make you not want it.
And then last thing I'll say is you have to look within. You have 3 boys, and what I want you to do is sit down one night and think about if you're not there. You're going to miss a lot. That's true. So the best thing you can do is be there for them. The best way that's going to happen, you have to, it's kind of like you have to take the airplane rules, which is you have to save yourself in order to save them. So a lot of people like to save other people around them, and they forget about them. But if you're no longer here, you can't take care of them.
You're right. You're right about that.
That's an excellent way to put it. That's an excellent philosophy overall. Just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Very good, very good. See, the fit life isn't just about the physical. This is a lot of mental dexterity we're hearing right here, all types of, intestinal fortitude. But outside of that, I got one question. I'm going to try and stump them. Y'all watching? You try and stump them. All right. All right, Pilar, tell me about your worst fitness experience. It could be competition, injury.
I'm trying to get where you are. At 45, Jeff, I do want to compete one day. That is on my bucket list.
Let's do it.
It's going to happen, man.
You spoke it.
That's done. My worst, oh, Lord, I tried to do a marathon, and it was, and as people look at you and say, you look great. And your fear is they see you in this form and you cannot perform at the level that they think, I almost died at the end of that thing. I was I got a little work to do because I love the weights, but cardio is not, it's a struggle for me. So that's, Jeffrey, I passed out.
But you made it.
I kept a good pace, and I kept going. But
and you made it.
I was like, I got some work to do.
Okay.
So that was... But running and walking is like the best, of exercise. So I learned something about myself that I needed to do a little bit more of that to build my up. That was a nightmare.
Good deal. Good deal.
Was a nightmare.
Okay. Thanks for sharing, Akita.
I would say my fitness nightmare would be before I really got into fitness, when I wanted to do it and I wouldn't do it, and I was going to get married. And it was time to try on that wedding dress. We had about 150 people coming to the wedding, and I could not fit this dress.
Now, you couldn't fit it because you were working out, or?
I was just overweight.
Oh, okay.
I was
understood.
Overweight. I just couldn't fit it. And I had everybody in there pulling and yanking and zipping, and I mean, if you heard us in there, you would think they were beating me up. It was so bad. Could not fit the dress. So I started crying and boo-hooing, and I said, you know what, I'm going to fit that dress. And like Kevin, when he mentioned earlier, some of the drastic things we do in those situations, I did a drastic diet, lost 25, 30 pounds, and that dress was hanging on me, but I look good, girl. I look good.
All right.
I'm since divorced, but hey, that day I look good. And what it did was it helped me understand that I really need to just get fit. I need to start thinking about my health and my goals and where I really want to be, instead of being in that situation where you do something drastic, which is really unhealthy.
Understood.
For yourself.
Kevin.
Mine was competing. So prior to me competing, you know, I was on Facebook and I would just say how I was going to win this show and how I was going to kill the competition. So I go up there and I just know that I got this in the bag. So it's 6 competitors. So they say, you know, they bring us out, we do the turns, and then they take us off. Well, they call out the top 5. My name wasn't called.
Out of 6?
So, yeah, so I'm in the back, like, panicking, like, I told everybody I was going to win. Like, I got to shut my Facebook down because I did all this talking. So my coach came back there, and I was, like, the first person that he's ever coached. So he didn't have that boilerplate, get back out there. Nah, I looked at him, and he was like, I don't know what to tell you. So he was like, and I was entered in 2 divisions. So the first division, I didn't place. So he was like, bro, you got to get it together. He's like, you got to go back out there. You got to go back out there. So when I went back out there, I got 5th. But what I learned from that is, man, because what we tend to do is we'll be on social media and people will say, you look great. Well, you looking great and being great is 2 totally different things. And what people will tell you is everyone has their own viewpoint of how you should look, but you got to have a viewpoint of how you want to look. So and Akita will tell you this, Pilar will tell you this. There's a vision of what they want to look like. And as competition-wise, you already know what it is. And before you compete, you think it's something, but you have no idea what it is. So what I learned from that is I got to go way harder. So I don't really listen. I like when people say, oh, you look good, you look great, and then blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But I know better now. And like I told you before, with my team, they're all 20 and 30. So what they talk about is they get on me. Like, they don't allow me to get outside of that scope of competing.
Okay.
So
I have a question. Claudette joins us. Claudette asked for a quick recipe for a good energy boosting smoothie or snack or something that she can take in the middle of the day to get through the last half of work. What could you recommend as far as a quick energy boosting type of smoothie for Claudette?
I'm so not the smoothie girl.
You know, I'm really not either because a lot of smoothies, you know, as a competitor, it creates bloat.
Oh, okay.
So we're not big into smoothies.
Okay.
But something that is healthy to eat for energy would be things like berries. You know, you want to do blueberries, strawberries, that type of stuff. It does have sugar, but it's a good sugar for your body. You know, smoothies, I just kind of stay away from too many of those.
So go get some fruit, Claudette.
Get some fruit.
And you will be
I
okay.
mix where I put raisins and nuts and a little granola together in the bag.
Okay.
And I keep
Little
that with
Ziploc
me.
bag?
Little Ziploc bag. I keep that with me all the time. Yeah, she's right. The smoothies. And
So no smoothies? I mean, I made one this morning. I'm so proud.
I mean, it's good. But, I mean, as far as that, you have to be very careful what you put in it. Like kale needs to be in it. Some green.
Spinach.
Yeah, spinach, kale.
Okay.
What kind of milk you using now?
I didn't
Yeah.
use any milk.
Okay, good. There you
Yeah, I
go.
just use water.
Okay.
Try to cut the dairy.
Yeah.
And you need some protein in it. You have to be careful about the fruits that you eat because some fruits are a lot sweeter than others.
Okay.
And like what a lot of people that do smoothies, they still want the sweetness.
Yeah.
So basically, and I'm kind of like with them. I'm not a smoothie person because I'm just about eating right. A lot of people try to avoid eating right by doing the quick stuff. Well, I'll just mix it up and I'll be done with it. Well, your body needs certain vitamins. So a lot of times when you do smoothies, you're missing some things.
Oh, okay.
One thing you can put in there for sugar, and it's actually pretty good for you, is you could do a tablespoon or 2 of peanut butter,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
and that'll help.
Now let's talk about this. This is interesting. In the fit life, you can have it naturally or you can get supplements. What's the danger or the difference with the supplement versus the natural things like peanut butter where you can get a lot of protein in the meats and things like that? What's the danger of doing the whey protein and things like that versus natural? And what's the benefit?
You have to do your research.
You have to know what works with your body. Like Akita says, what Pilar does and what Akita does, I can tell you just from not even knowing them, two totally different bodies. So what works for Akita don't necessarily work for Pilar, and vice versa. So what you need to do, the internet, a lot of people don't use it. I mean, the internet, you can find anything you need on the internet. You can type in your body type, whatever, but you have to, you got to do what works for you. So people ask me all the time, so what kind of supplements you on? What kind of pre-workout do you need? And, you know, what kind of, first thing you need to do is eat right. Then as far as whey and isolate and all that, you got to do your research. You do whey early in the morning because it's heavy. So you don't drink whey protein at night because it's just going to sit on your stomach while you sleep.
Okay.
Another thing I would say too on top of that is you want to try to eat as clean as possible, but if you can't eat clean, you just need to remember that supplements and anything you put in the body, your body's a filter. So you're going to need to filter that. And some of the supplements can cause liver problems, kidney problems. They can cause issues down the line. So like you said, do your research and know that there's everything you need organically. You don't have to do any type of supplement. But if you choose to, do the research and make sure it's the right kind, the right time of day, what's good for your body, and that you're flushing your system. Because your body needs to filter that. It's not going to keep it.
Makes sense. Pilar.
I'm just against it all. Like, seriously, because I do believe God put everything on this earth, you know, as far as eating clean and everything. And I'm being honest, Jeffrey, I don't believe in any of it, but that's just my take on it. Because you're looking at somebody 45 and I don't take any of it. I just work out and I eat right, and that's it. So
Understood.
I
Fair enough. Fair enough. Last question for the panel. I have trouble keeping weight on. Like I was sharing with you guys, last year this time I was 190 and banging. This is how I knew I was banging. My ex-wife did a double take, and she cannot stand me. She absolutely cannot stand me. So when she did a double take, I'm like, I must really be posed a little bit in the driveway. So what can someone who can't keep weight on like that, what can I do to get my mass to basically stay after I bulk up? Because once I stop, it leaves.
I don't have that problem. I have the opposite problem. You have to eat a lot. Unfortunately, I mean, it's you just need to. You have to keep eating. We all wish we had that. You know, like I said, knowing your body, you have a high metabolism, if that's the case, and so maybe balance. You know, how much exercise, how much food you're taking in. Look at really what you're doing. Are you really eating enough? Are you doing too much exercise? What are you drinking? You know, all that stuff. You know, do a food diary, exercise diary, and see what you're really doing.
Got it.
And then I would set my goal. And I think you'll find when you look at it, there it is, right there.
Right.
Okay.
Like she said, eating a lot. And a lot of people think when you say eat a lot, that's a bad thing. No, your body needs food. And a lot of people don't understand your body needs food before it gets up to the brain center. All right? It's just like people that drink and they're drunk. You've been drunk before it gets to your brain that you're drunk. So your body is hungry a lot longer before you figure out, okay, I need to get something to eat. By that time, it's like riding around with on a
empty tank
of gas. Then all of a sudden, what you want to do is you want to get something real quick and something inexpensive. So it's kind of like you get the cheapest gas to put in your luxury car.
Yes.
Your luxury car is your body.
Understood.
And what a lot of people do is, oh, well, I'll just get this to get to the next meal, and then your body got all that bad gas in it, basically. So what you have to do is just eat more and eat rich, good food.
Okay.
And figure out what time you're eating. You need to eat every couple of hours. You need to drink a lot of water.
Got it.
A lot of people, water is one of those things that it's a resource that it's invaluable. And a lot of people are like, I don't really like to drink water. Well, your body is 70% water. So if you're not drinking, if you're not drinking water,
you're not living.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Pilar.
I'm agreeing with him. Eat more.
Mhm.
That was my issue.
Yes.
I purposely put on an extra 10 pounds.
Mhm.
So I do make sure I am eating every 2 to 3 hours. I'm putting words to before I would only eat when I was hungry.
Mhm.
And then the weights. The weights.
Weights.
Something about the weights.
You gotta
when
lift
you're
heavy.
hitting them,
Mhm.
yeah, it makes you. I'm eating up everything in sight, but but I'm making sure it's good, healthy stuff. So for me, I would say yes, be more conscious of consuming something. When you say that, they think you mean these meals, but it's really just you consuming something, whether it's a handful of nuts or orange or something, so your body, can have it. But at the same time, hitting the weights.
Okay.
And let me say something real quick. The weight thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of women think if I hit the weights that I'll look like a man. I'm sitting in between two women that lift weights.
Yes.
They look nothing like men,
Yes.
fellas. I mean,
Absolutely
ladies.
not. Absolutely
Trust
not.
me.
Great point.
So don't get caught up in the cardio monster. Like a lot of people, I do like 40 hours of cardio every day. Yeah, no, exactly,
Yes.
exactly.
Got it.
Don't
Got
be
it.
afraid of the weights because the weights will be your friend. And when I say that, a lot of women that look like men, they take stuff to look like men.
Ah, okay. Good point. Good point. We're going to bring it to a close, but what we're going to do is this. I want to go around and find out what you got coming up soon. If you want people to get in contact with you, give them contact information, social media stuff, and we'll start with Akita.
Well, I have a cardio box fit class that I created, and it's basically, sorry guys, but it's a cardio class. high cardio. It's kind of like kickboxing a little bit. I just believe that, if you look at a boxer's physique, they're the top-notch athlete, and so my class is sort of, tailored to a boxing style, but it is not a boxing class. It's a cardio class. It's all about standing abs, high cardio, lean muscle, and I teach that, 3 days a week. So if you're interested in checking out that class, you can find me on Instagram at @fitlife_11. I also have a booty camp class.
Oh, what?
Booty camp.
Kevin.
Hey, I don't know how to follow that booty count. I'm competing. I'm getting back into education, and what I want to do is I'm trying to put together a special education, like Olympiad for special education kids at a camp.
Yes, got it.
And I want to call it a superhero camp.
Okay.
So what they do basically is every week they learn different exercises. At the end of the week, they get a new T-shirt, and at the end of the program, they basically put all those T-shirts together and become a superhero.
Wonderful.
So it's one of those things. It's in the making, but like I said, right now it's just about competing.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to my team, Team Incredibles. They keep me going, and it's very important that you have a good circle.
Wonderful.
My circle is great, and if you want to find me, I'm on Facebook, Kevin Crawley. I'm on Instagram, KC Fitmaster.
Wonderful.
And I do a lot of videos, so a lot of workout videos. So it's an entertaining page.
Got it. Good deal.
I'm going to jump on that real quick. I also am a competitor. This is Akita, and I do have a show coming up in June, Team Universe. So I'm excited about that.
Good deal.
Yes.
Pilar.
Okay, so come May 6th, I will be traveling home to Chicago. I'm opening a gym called Get Ripped Fitness with my brother.
Okay.
So we're helping
great.
you guys get back to your own community that you grew up in. So
Absolutely.
I'm excited about that, which I'll be going home every first week of every month and getting women that have never stepped foot in a gym. So I'm committing
Nice.
of every month to doing
That's
that.
great.
I raced in here a little late because I'm starting my own show, 45th and Pilar Avenue, which deals with live music and stuff.
Okay.
But I believe all of that is a part of being healthy. Your mind as well as what you take in and being lyrically conscious and all that stuff. So I'm doing that also. So I just got so much.
Deep breath.
I'm right now finishing up a book called Back to the Basics.
Good
and
deal.
It's dealing with all that as far as health and your mind and just getting back to what's important in life. So I got, so I'm just all over the place.
That's what I'm
Thank you
talking
for
about.
inviting me on here.
No
Yes,
worries. I'm glad
yes.
you can make it. I'm glad all of you can make it, and I really
Thank
appreciate
you
that.
so much.
Listen, what we do here at Talk with Jeffrey is we bring issues and concerns that the community faces, and we find solutions. The number one thing that I need you to take away from this panel and everything we discussed is to get started. Start.
That's it.
That's the hardest part. It's also the easiest part when you put your mind to it. So get started. This has been Talk About It Live with Jeffrey L. Miller on Instinct Radio. We'll see you again next Saturday, same station, 478-569-6474 on Instinct Radio. I am out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're now tuning into the very best. It's yours truly, Jazzy Fizzle, Fizzle, Fizzle. And this is Instinct Radio, man. Tune in, baby. Oh, boy.
Who is that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
Who is that on the radio?
You really want to know who's on the radio?